Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about plagiarism in the academic community. This is today's agenda. First, we're going to talk about concepts, then causes of plagiarism, consequences of plagiarism, ways to prevent plagiarism, real testimony, and finally the conclusion.
Introduction. Plagiarism in the academic community is way of claiming authorship on academic work. Don't be more persons with it is yards we hills discuss the types of plagiarism, the difference between citings, preference, and copying, the cause and consequence of plagiarism, why do prevent it, and real testimony. Definition of plagiarism. Plagiarism consists of copying a goal or its parts. Another person goal, whether it be text, image, music, software, research, etc. Without citing the original source, implying that it's one of creation. It's violates copyright and undermines academic or professionals' interests. Types or plagiarism. Number one, direct of literal plagiarism. Number two, partial plagiarism or mosaic. Number three, plagiarism be paraphrases or reamulations. Number four, plagiarism the graphs, materials, audios. What is the difference between content, paraphrasing, and copying? Sites. Ducute is represents or exact words and have the correct be indicates where the information comes from. Number two, paraphrasing is expressing the ideas of another one in your own words. Nine originals meaning and also citing the source. Number four, and copying. Copying monument in mistakes, edits, or work which it have them.
Causes of plagiarism. Now I will talk about the main cause of plagiarisms. There are three important reasons: knowing how to say academics, pressures, and the easy access to information on the internet. First, many students don't know how to say correctly. Sometimes they copy information from a book or a website, but they don't know the message where it comes from. They also think that if they change some words, it's not plagiarism, but that's not true. So, a big problem is that students need more education about how to use source in the right way. Second, academic pressure of lost time. Or when students have many assignments or exams, they feel stressed. They want to finish fast, and sometimes they copy text from the internet just to meet the deadline. This happens because they don't plan their exam well, and they think it's the only solution. Third, the easy access to information on the internet today with just one click. We can find a lot of information and read the easy online. It makes it very easy to copy, but it's not correct. Even if looks simple, plagiarism is definitely your course or learning.
Hi, everyone. This is Rolly, and now I'm going to talk about the consequences of plagiarism and why it is so important to be honest in our academic work. First, let's talk about the academic consequences. Plagiarism can lead to suspension, loss of grades, or even expulsion. It doesn't just affect your grades, it damages your academic record and your reputation as a student. Second, there are ethical consequences. When someone copies another person's work, they lose credibility and personal integrity. And as we know, when trust is broken, it is very difficult to regain. Third, we should all try to promote academic honesty. That means building a culture of respect and originality. Giving credit to others is not just polite, it shows professionalism and respect for intellectual effort. Finally, to prevent plagiarism, the best strategy is good planning. If we organize our time properly, we don't need to copy or rush. Effective time management help us original and stress-free. To conclude, I'd like to share a quote by C.S. Lewis, and it says, "Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching." Let's remember that being honest not only makes us better students, but also better people. Thank you.
Ways to prevent plagiarism. Number one, learn to use citation standards. Knowing and correctly applying citation styles helps give credit to the original authors and prevents misuse of their ideas or words. Number two, use anti-plagiarism tools. Using programs or platforms that detect similarities with other texts allows you identify. Number three, promote the culture of academic honesty. Promote culture such as responsibility, respect, and integrity within the education field. And number four, work in advance to avoid copying in pleasure. This driving tax helps about stress or lack of time, common factors.
Good evening, everyone. I want to share with all of you a personal experience about plagiarism in an academic work. I remember in 2022, I completed a final project for a course in this university, which was entirely plagiarized a year later, in 2023, by a group of students from the Arequipa campus. The course teacher alerted me by a phone call to what had happened, and immediately I report the case to the university authorities. I report the incident because those students had robbed me a work that took me about 3 months to complete. They plagiarized it. They plagiarized it entirely, but they didn't change a single word, not even bothering to modify certain dates that match with the 2022 calendar but didn't match with the 2023 calendar. And when I confront those students, they confess that they found out my work online in internet. But honestly, the annoyance I felt when I learned that my academic work had been plagiarized by those students was compound when I learned that the university authorities didn't punish them fairly. I find out that the most severe punishment they received was to do the work again. Um, and that wasn't a punishment. It was a reward. because they were given the opportunity to pass the course by presenting a new work. Maybe that new work was plagiarized from someone else. Um, I felt pretty disappointed in the university because with such behavior they failed to uphold my authorships over the plagiarized work. I suppose it wasn't in the best interest of the university to expel those students, because that would mean six or seven fewer tuitions payments less for the university. Those students were not suspended, weren't removed. But to appease my indignation, the university told me that they would inform me about the sanctions the university would take to that group of students. But to this day, I'm still waiting for that information. From that moment until now, I believe honestly that Continental University is not true to its supposed conviction about plagiarism and all that rhetoric that the university communicates to the university community through its different media outlets is nothing more than a false position to look good to its students and teachers. That's my real testimony. Thank you. And as a conclusion, we can say that academic integrity is a value that everyone in the academic community should adopt. Students, teachers, and university authorities should eradicate plagiarism from the classroom by making the problem visible without normalizing it, and by internalizing the concept that personal credibility is an asset that shouldn't be put in risk by committing plagiarism. Finally, respecting sources, strengths learning, and improves students' academic image and self-esteem.